Part 2. 2 weeks ago, I told you about my wife. How I found her standing outside our daughter's room at 2 a.m. Arms at her sides, ice cold, just staring at the door. How our daughter came down to breakfast the next morning and asked what "she's not yours" means. My wife hadn't sleepwalked in 6 years. She still says it wasn't her. I believe her, because of what happened last night. I set up a camera, pointed directly at our daughter's door. I wasn't taking any chances. I went to bed at 11. My wife was asleep next to me. I checked the camera feed on my phone at midnight. Nothing. I checked again at 1 a.m. Nothing. At 2 a.m. I must have fallen asleep with my phone in my hand, because when I woke up at 3 a.m., the camera feed was still open, and the hallway was empty. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding, and then I looked closer at the screen. Our daughter's door was open. I had closed it before bed. I checked the footage, scrolled back to 2:47 a.m., and I watched. The hallway was empty. Then the door just slowly swung open by itself. No one touched it, no draft, no movement. It just opened. And then I saw it. At the very edge of the frame, just barely in view. 2 feet, standing in the doorway, facing into my daughter's room. I zoomed in. My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped the phone. The feet were small, too small to be my wife's, too small to be mine, but too big to be my daughter's. I ran to her room. She was in her bed, asleep, safe, but she wasn't alone. Sitting in the corner of her room was her rocking chair. The one we threw away 3 weeks ago was back, moving slowly, back and forth, like someone had just sat down. I grabbed my daughter and ran. We slept at my mother's house that night. In the morning, I went back for our things. The rocking chair was gone again, but on my daughter's pillow, written in what looked like crayon, were 4 words, in handwriting. That wasn't my daughter's. That wasn't anyone's I recognized. It said, "Bring her back home." We haven't been back since. But last night my daughter grabbed my arm before bed. She looked up at me with the most serious face I've ever seen on a 4-year-old, and she whispered, "Daddy," she says, "if you don't bring me back, she's going to come to Grandma's house instead." I don't know who she is, but whatever is in that house has been talking to my daughter this whole time, and my daughter has been listening.